Hello.
Hi.
We've been trying to find a unique area, and this building, the Fazenda building. We're up at the third floor, and what was I going on about? Swedish light levels, light lines. Lydia, roll with me on this one. It's going to look fantastic.
Very Swedish.
We're going to be fantastic.
Very light.
So, just tell us about the Fazenda building firstly. What's the background to that, if you know, and what happens within this actual building?
Yeah, sure. So this building's really like the centre for student services, so students can come here and it's almost like a one-stop shop.
This building?
Yeah.
Good grief. It's not that back in my day when I was here that we had a porta cabin, but I don't think anything existed. So it's fantastic. They've got that level of support. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, sure. No, it was developed really very much as a student hub so that students could have a centre to come to and get support with specifically with support for assignments, with well-being, with administrative issues, and then get a bite to eat while they're here as well with the shop downstairs. So it's quite a social space, nice open area for students to sort of get together, work independently, and you see students working down there together, which is great.
Yeah. I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat because we just bumped into the Student Union president who we latterly interviewed at the Oxford Farming Conference, and so we were reminiscing about that. So yeah, it's a small world, is this building.
Absolutely. And downstairs, of course, the SU have moved downstairs as well now, so they're very visible. Yeah. So it means when students are just passing by, they can call and get support from other students as well, which is great. So it's a centre for staff, where staff are based to help students, but where the SU are based as well. So it's great.
So enough about the Fazenda building. This is all about you. Tell us about you. What's your direct involvement with Harper Adams?
Yeah, sure. So I've been here about 13 years. I've had a number of different roles. My current role is Associate Pro Vice Chancellor for Learning, Teaching and Digital, which means I've got responsibility for a lot of the learning and teaching activity, a lot of the development and innovation across learning and teaching, which is great. Lots of technology involved in that, developing our learning platforms, all of the different virtual learning environments that our students use, and developing our curriculum. And supporting staff in their development as well.
Okay, so let's break that down. Staff. There's this great graph, I've got to find it one day, that Harper University always come out with, that shows that those companies that invest in their staff see better turnover, better profitability, better staff retention. So it's all about training and development. Then you've got this positive oddity of something like Harper, where you've got the staff training the students, but presumably the staff have got to be trained themselves. And they've got to be looked after, because if they're looked after, the students are then looked after, and it's this lovely virtuous circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Staff development for us is really important. We invest in our staff, and their development is important in their subject area, because we want our students to have knowledge which is at the forefront of their discipline. We need them to have current ideas from research and from practice. So that's really important that staff are involved in developing their discipline-based knowledge. But we also encourage and support staff in their development of teaching methods. So many staff in higher education get teaching qualifications, and Harper's engagement in that is really impressive. We've been consistently, nationally outstanding in the way that we've supported staff to what is really a nationally recognised qualification called fellowship. We encourage all of our staff to take that. We have a formal postgraduate programme that our staff engage in. And what's really great is that staff are so enthusiastic about teaching that there's lots of sort of pop-up activity as well. So we've got communities of practice where staff get together to talk about aspects of teaching without necessarily any involvement from the formal side of the university. They're just passionate, really, which is great. I suppose in a business, if you can get that scenario where the team are passionate and becomes very mercurial, because the business drives itself. So in effect, that's what you've created here? Yeah, and it's been really important that it's been done as sort of a network, so that more established staff, more experienced staff are supporting newer staff coming through. We have a lot of staff that come to us from industry as well, which is brilliant, because we love that experience coming in. And again, it keeps us at the forefront of practice. So working with staff who've come in from industry and working with them on the education piece can be really inspiring as well. So
because if anything, it's a bit undervalued, the way that we promote staff within like the Harper Adams. You can look at the brochures, you can look online, you can see everyone at an event, but actually the mechanics of it, the delivery is the team, is the staff, isn't it? And it's great to hear of not only the awards but the culture that you've all created. because that's great news for whether it be parents with kids potentially going to come here, or whether it's business looking to come here, knowing that you've created this centre of excellence because of your teaching methodology. That's great news.
Yeah, every year we have a learning and teaching conference for the university, for staff at the university, and we have externals come in, quite prestigious external speakers, professors, and they come and talk about teaching methods. And what's really great about it is it sells out every year. You know, every year we have to close registrations because there's so much enthusiasm. People want to come and listen about learning and teaching, and also we have staff at these types of events who are sort of sharing what they've been doing in their practice with other people. So they might be using different technologies to support classes, so people using different online tools and technologies, quiz tools, sometimes sort of 3D immersive experiences, those kinds of things. So everyone's keen to share, which is great.
Yeah. So great. So we've got that understanding of the stuff. What was the other thing we were going to talk about that I've forgotten?
We're going to talk about employability and how the new curriculum is pointing towards supporting a wide range of skills. So
there is a drastic shortage well, there's a war on talent. But everyone that comes out of here has to be fit for purpose. They have to be fit for industry and employability. So presumably that's key for you and your team to make sure that those bright young guns are fit for purpose.
Absolutely. So we are regularly talking to industry, to different professional groups as well, to find out what the future holds. We're not always just looking at what's happening right here and now. We're doing that future gazing piece as well to understand what's happening. We've gone through a sort of curriculum refresh recently. That's something we do every 6 or so years to really just sense check, are we on the right lines? We of course there's updating in between as well, but we really do a sort of root and branch review every 6 or so years, and it's been just wonderful to talk to industry, and each course team has gone out and spoke to experts in their fields. So we haven't applied one method for the whole university. So our colleagues who specialise, for example, in agriculture have gone out and spoken to industry experts related to that, whereas veterinary colleagues have gone out and spoken to, again, related professionals, really to find out what's happening. But really keeping up to date with employers is an everyday activity for us. We have employers on site through placement activity and placement fairs, through development trust work. We're always talking and keeping the dialogue open.
Yeah. Okay, so you're positive about the future. You're positive that the way that you and your colleagues are shaping Harper Adams, it is, I don't really like the expression fit for purpose, you are going to be able to better this sector in the UK and internationally by your team and by your learnings, your deliveries to the students.
I think so, yeah, and one of the things we've been really trying to do is look at that talent pool and how we can widen it, how we can ensure that we're attracting bright young people to Harper Adams to come and engage in the types of courses that we're offering, and we've been engaging with schools on that too.
Well done.
Which has been quite interesting to not only understand where students are going, but where they're coming from and what experiences they've had, especially in the last few years when people have had perhaps atypical experiences in the pandemic. So we've had calls with different school groups and engaged again in different ways, surveys and conversations that have been really useful.
So come on, sum up for us. Harper Adams, and we've asked everyone this, and it's been fantastic, the different answers. Summarise Harper Adams University in a sentence.
I think it's a passionate and interested learning community, and I think for me the important thing there is community. It really is people coming in and getting to know each other, feeling supported, learning together.
I'm so excited for you all, having been here too many years ago, 25, 30 years ago, just seeing what I've seen today, just seeing the progression and where you're all taking it for 2030, 2040, 2050 is very exciting. By crikey, the sector needs that, and it's great that you're going to be centre of that to establish that within that learning, that capability within the UK and internationally. So exciting times.
It is really exciting times. I think there's a lot going on in the wider society and industries that we work with, but also here on campus. I think we're really rising to that challenge, which is it's really exciting.
Excellent. Lydia, thank you very much for inviting me to your Swedish-designed student union block. It is amazing.
Not intentionally Swedish, I don't think, but hey.
Lydia, you're fantastic.
Thank you.